There. This will put the most recent first. Now let me get faster. Yes, I just gotta wait for that to update. And then we will have whatever these menus are. We're gonna talk to the Sentinel. Okay, so he has only 3 things to say. You seem to be the son of that research team leader. What is the Japanese word for sentinel? So it's there. Translate. It's up to you to die here, but don't disturb us. It's probably up to you if you want to die here, but don't disturb us. That was a very literal translation that took. Pretty much. That's essentially what I'm taking from that. How you doing, Ixiosh? This is my attempting to figure out this game. We haven't even entered the dungeon for the first time. Don't talk if you don't need it. What I'm doing is using Google Lens to copy and paste the actual text it can recognize from the game. Yes, I am trying to translate everything because I'm a huge Kingsfield fan. And then I can post that into Google Translate and see what it says. So I have a note here of every menu I've gone through so far, all the dialogue. Because I also want to make it public, so that way anyone who wants to like go through and play can then reference this document and like get a feel for it. Like I went through the item box, like here's what everything means. Your status screen breakdown, the camping menu, the basic status menu. Yeah, I'll make it commentable, so that way I can then go and update it myself, and then make it so comments are public. So if someone has a comment, they can select it. Because right now it's Google Notes. I'll have to go and drop it in an actual Word document later. And you can't make Google Notes public. So it's like I have to go and then I'll be making it more like organized once I beat the game. Because a lot of the translation has been pretty iffy. I'm able to infer a lot because like I know the Kingsfield series and how the lore tends to work. Where did I have yes and no earlier? Yeah. Like, the Sentinel had 3 things to say. The biggest lore dump came from the tavern when we found the poet. This is... So, when you encountered the poet... So, starting from here, this is all dialogue from him. Like... right now we're about to go into the dungeon, which is where the mapper is going to come in. Hey, Ace of Spades. So we're going to go into the dungeon now. And we run into another NPC, who I actually don't know anything about. So... But I've been going as they pop up the text, I take a screenshot, it gets dumped in the Google Drive, which then is sent to a mobile device with Google Lens, so I can copy and paste the text. I can select the text on the mobile device and then send that back to my computer. As well as the Google Translation. I know there are programs you can use to like get hooks and stuff to grab it, but those were having a lot of instability because I am using an emulator to do this. Okay, this is the labyrinth instance, so I'm just going to call this unknown NPC. Looks like an old man. Well, that translation's weird. It says, I don't seem to be a member of the research team. Chances are, if he's addressing our character doesn't seem to be a member of the research team. Because we're not. We're the son of the leader of the research team. And the only downside is, since I just took the screenshot, I now have to wait for Google Drive to update that, hey, you took a screenshot. We need to sync it to your mobile device. There we go. So that way I can then pop it into Google Lens and do my whole copy-paste stuff. I'm here in Trogento. This is the name of the town. It has like 4 meanings based on the translation. It's had trout. It's just had town. Trougito. Trogetto. Like,
I like the town of Trout, personally.
Yeah, it changes. He's a researcher, so we can now call him researcher. For years, he's been searching for information about the labyrinth and the Liquistoria royal family. That's my interpretation of that, because it is, yeah, name of Trout, tome of researcher. Oh, and he's gone.
I don't mean to derail, but one of us left the bedroom light on, and guess who flew into the bathroom?
Oh, was he in the bathroom?
Yes, nesting in the Kleenex box. I was wondering why he was so quiet.
He ninja'd away and then went and nested.
So that's apparently the one nest he wants, and that's one reason he might be screaming so much.
Okay.
He wants that. And I can't do that, bud. No, not while you're, not me being...
But this game is technically a sequel to the first Kingsfield Editional, in which they did give us the entire lore dump of what happened twice in the first game. And I just loaded my clear save. So, like, the shops and stuff have all the gear from the first time I played, which has me slightly concerned. Because it's like, if this is like a new game plus kind of setup, I may have screwed myself for trying to do this, because then nothing will be in its proper place. This labyrinth where the king who was once chased by the people has escaped. Yeah, they're talking about the Pillage King from Additional 1. Yeah, no one's really taken the time to translate this game, so, or even just like get this in depth with it. So that's my goal, is to beat the game and be as in depth as possible. So people, and then put this on YouTube, make it public, like the information I wrote down and whatnot, so anyone can play it. Even though I know it's a little overboard. Yep, that's what the brown box above the notes are. I'm going to be doing all the maps of the areas as best I can, because if there's secret stuff, it'll get missed, but because it is a Kingsfield game. A dozen years ago, it was blocked for a long time after the king was defeated by an unnamed mercenary. That was us. And then we returned the Holy Sword back to Verdite, because we did find the Moonlight Sword. I love how it scans the image and finds this old man and like finds images of what people thought were like Play-Doh and stuff. When I'm using Google Lens, it's like, hey, there's this person in here. It's like, yes, I know. Wait. Hold on. I'm very sorry for this earthquake, but the labyrinth was opened once again. It's good for a seeker like me. Oh, he's sorry the earthquake happened that reopened the labyrinth. But it's good because now he can go in and explore. No, he didn't. They're talking about recently an earthquake rocked the entire continent kind of thing, or the entire area, and it reopened this dungeon that was sealed shut. And since then, people have supposedly been seeing the king wandering around. So it's like the country sent a investigative team to figure out what's going on, but people have been dying when they are investigating this labyrinth. And so our character's father was the investigative team leader, and we got a message saying he was dead. So the next day we set out for this town. If you have any questions or problems, ask me. So feel free to ask me if you have any questions or problems. And I'm guessing this is saying he scurries away or something. Yep. And now we're in the dungeon. So unlike the normal Kingsfield games, which are first person, like, full range of movement dungeon crawler, this follows more of a Eye of the Beholder, that kind of setup. Wizardry. Then first, apparently, is what that translates to. Okay. Those are Japanese quotation marks. That's how you use it for dialogue. No, this was never released in America, much to my disappointment. All right, so map template. We're going to rename this. I took a screenshot because we're going to get the name of this dungeon, and then we'll start mapping it. I just need to get the name of the floor we're on. And then we can go and get started. The name of this floor is called Mossy Remains. Nice. So there are enemies that do have random drops. Bold this. Bump that up to like size 12. And since we know this is north, I'm going to jump down in like the middle of the map. Set my border to thick. We need to make this so it's all vertically aligned, horizontal, and vertical. So you're not going to be able to read like the text I'm writing very well because this is like zoomed into close to 200%. Or no, it's not. Hold on. Let me set it to 200%. There. And I should put stairs up. Stairs town. There, stairs to town, and then I can put stairs to other zone. This is the way we're facing. So 1, and then it hits a wall. Yep. But I have it so I can do like stuff like this. Copy, paste. Oh, I'm changing wall corners. And I can start like mapping it out slowly but steadily. Ooh. I might be dead. Oh, I gotta remember how to play. Oh, these guys hurt. I'm dead. Oh, I have 1 hit point. Hurry up and recharge. That's fine. Ugh. Okie dokie. Good thing this game has cutscene skipping, because otherwise this would be a nightmare. First things first. I have no equipment. How many herbs you got, sir? 10 for 80 a pop. That's fine. Now I gotta exhaust all the NPC dialogues again. Yeah, I expected to die pretty quick. Stepping counters in this are quite BS. You can go like 3 minutes without getting a single enemy encounter. Or you can take 2 steps and get an enemy encounter, followed by an immediate next enemy encounter. Okay, back in I go. Alright, first things first, so I don't have to do this again. That's load. I'm going to save. We're going to go to camp. Settings, save. I also need to equip the herbs. One, two, three. Then that's a door. Okay, so left one. And there's a path continuing down this way. That is a wall, which leads to a path. I can't see beyond that, but there is a sign here. And I wasted an herb. So we're going to go ahead and reload my save. This is why I did this, though. I already knew there was a hidden door here. This was in the original game. Blue is going to signify... We're going to use blue to signify hidden doors on these borders. Okay. Oop, doggo. It didn't let me block in time. Are you guys able to hear the game music okay, or is it too quiet? Because it shouldn't be too loud, and I should be able to turn it up a good bit. Okay, and then there's a wall in front of me. There's a pit here.